What is the core? So you've probably heard it said that after pregnancy it's really important that you strengthen your core. But what is the core made up of? Is it just the rectus abdominis, that six-pack muscle that we often think of? No, not at all. It is all of the muscles that work together around the torso, which includes the glutes as well, which are your bottom muscles, and your deep inner core muscles, which Claire is going to explain about next, working together effectively to strengthen and support the spine.
So the inner core muscles, the best way to think about this is to think about a box. And so you have the pelvic floor at the base of the box, the diaphragm at the top, the multifidus and back muscles at the back, and your transverse abdominis muscles at the front. Now, in an effective functioning core, all of these muscles work together to synchronise as a unit to contain intra-abdominal pressure in equal opposite directions. However, during pregnancy, because of the significant changes biomechanically and to your posture and your core muscles, these muscles stop working as a unit and often work in competition with each other, creating dysfunction in the core.
When your posture is out of alignment, it means that the muscles cannot work together effectively, and intra-abdominal pressure builds up to such an extent that it's got to go somewhere, and it's not being contained in that box that Claire has explained. So it's either going to go out and create an abdominal separation, back causing back pain, down causing pelvic floor dysfunction, where pressure is exerted on the pelvic floor, causing leaking or prolapse, and it could possibly also go up, causing hiatus hernias. Now, women think that they are training their core when they perform traditional ab exercises such as sit-ups, crunches, bicycle abs, but they're not. You're only really focusing on the rectus abdominis there, that six-pack muscle, not the deep core muscles. And what happens there is that if your deep core muscles aren't strong and they are containing the pressure and not containing the pressure, then you're going to push out even further on the abdominal wall, causing larger separation or pressing down with the pressure on your pelvic floor, causing more problems.
So what the Mummy Tummy Method Stage 2 does is we focus on the inner core muscle. So we don't look at any superficial exercises on the six-pack muscle, and we just look at how we can get those four parts of the unit, the inner core muscles, working together effectively to contain that intra-abdominal pressure.
Now, there are a lot of exercises at the moment that you need to avoid to help you prevent further damage to your core, and these are all covered in the video on what is abdominal separation.
So the MTM method exercises are only going to take up a small part of your day several times a week, and that is not going to be enough just to correct any core dysfunctional issues. But there are things that you can be doing the rest of the time to try and help aid the recovery and avoid further damage. So, for example, looking at your sleeping position, looking at how you get out of bed on a morning. Are you placing increased stress on those abdominal muscles? How you lift your baby in and out of the car seat, how you lift your baby in and out of the cot, how you stand when you're changing a nappy. Is your baby changing at the right height? Are you putting strain on your lower back? There's lots of different things that you can be doing in everyday life, daily activities that can help build on the work in your exercise sessions to regain that function of the core.
We cover all these things through the Mummy Tummy Method, and you may actually find that by undertaking our method, you end up with a core that's actually stronger than it was before pregnancy.